There it is right there. I'm in a wheelchair now. October 1, some of you may know, but some of that I've just, made aware of it. But October 1, I fell and broke my neck in my own house. And now I'm a paraplegic. Here I am. These are my legs for now, this wheelchair. And I say for now because I know that God is a restorative God. And if he sees fit that I can get my legs to operating again, then he will. But if he doesn't, these are my legs. A lot of people, some people have come to visit me at rehabs, some of my closest friends and relatives. And they see me, doing the rehab over there when I was in the KU Rehab Center. And they said, wow, you're doing really good with the rehab. And my attitudes remain well and good. But, boy, I tell you, being a paraplegic, I wouldn't wish this on nobody. Nobody. It's like a good friend of mine told me, it's like you now, Mark, are in an ugly club that nobody would want to be in. Nobody would want to be in the ugly club that you're in. Or at least say, oh, I want to trade places with you and go and be paraplegic. A paraplegic means I'm paralyzed from the chest down. It's all systems pretty much not working. I was telling someone that it's almost like being an infant again. But what I distinguish between being an infant and an adult as a paraplegic is an infant can have a bowel movement and have a urination at any time they want to. As a paraplegic, you have to time it. You have to time your bowel movement and use tools to help you have a bowel movement. I know that's like TMI, but it is what it is. It's one of the ugly parts of being in this ugly club. And you have to self-cath every 4 hours. That's a process that nobody really wants to do, but it has to be done every 4 hours, or you could end up with a urinary tract infection. You could end up with a urinary tract infection even if you don't self-cath every 4 hours. It's just a part of the paralysis because your opportunity to void on your own is just not there anymore. But this is a long journey, this rehabilitation process that I'm embarking upon, that I'm doing. Sharon and I both. She's right with me, helping me out every part of the way. And yes, it causes some tension in early on, and it'll probably be more. I'm sure we'll end up with some counseling too, because the understanding of this paralysis with me living in it and Sharon living with it with me, it has its own different types of pain. Pain can be one, emotional pain, whereas you could have slight bouts of depression, or the other could be pain from something occurring in your joints, or the different types of spasms that your body goes through that are just uncontrollable. Yeah, I said it's an ugly club. It is a real ugly club. Nobody wants to be in this ugly club. I don't know whether to look at the mirror or look right here at the camera while I talk about it, but I'm talking about it to you because I know some of you out there that are followers of mine in Facebook will wonder, where in the heck is Mark Irvin? Here I am. I'm in the ugly club of being a paraplegic. But I see that there's light. There's light because God provides light. I'm a faithful man. My family we're faithful people. And we got a long road ahead of us. And this is the ego part that I was talking about early on. I'm over here ego tripping, is that Sharon and I both thought, as small business owner, that crossing the T's and dotting the I's, getting different types of insurances in place, to take care of what ifs. We weren't even prepared for this one. This piece right here of becoming a paraplegic and getting neurosurgery, whereas the doctor told me that I had 15 minutes to live. 15 minutes to make a decision for the surgery when I came in. He said, you got 15 minutes. I said, so what is the 15 minutes? He said, if you lay there and you move your head or face, you could continually sever nerves or could die from the wrong nerve being severed. So Sharon said, so what's the chance of him doing the surgery? Go ahead and go through with the surgery and live. And how would he come out then? The doctor looked at her and me and said, ain't no sugarcoating to this at all. He could die during surgery. That's a very serious neck spinal break that he sustained. So he could die even during surgery. It's just how it is. So you know what? I'm going to tell you, Facebook folk, friends, and family. I felt like if I'm paralyzed from the chest down, I got life insurance. I felt like I ain't no use around here to me. I can just slip on out of here doing surgery and go be with my family who's already with the Lord. But here's what happened. Sharon looked at me in the face real close and said, baby, I need you. You go under that surgery, but I need you to come through that surgery because I need you here with me. You promised me that. I made that promise to Sharon, so I went through the surgery, I did come out. But I was really ready to go be with the Lord for real. But you know what? God's got something different for me. And that is, I'm going to be a testimony about this living with this paralysis, whatever time it is. I look at that either I'm going to be a miracle A, I call it, is miracle A is going to be full recovery for me. But miracle B is going to be, I'll be the baddest mofo in a wheelchair on a platform telling people about living with paralysis at 61 years of age, having a lifestyle, your life just change in a flash of a second from an incident to whereas you were up active, being full on to being stuck to a wheelchair. I'm going to share with you all the testimony, the time of that it takes to go through what I'm going through. It's going to be a testimony of how this recovery goes for me and this new lifestyle, for me and my family sharing and this new lifestyle. But I just had to come on and create this video just to let you all know that Mark's around. He's just been undercover and in rehab. I've been in rehab for 63 days. and I just got released. I'm in a hotel right now because my carpenter, Flynn Ness, Gary Sanderson, John the plumber, great John the plumber, George White, I call him my little brother, they volunteered. And my good friend David Elliott, the carpenter, they volunteered to build me a ramp at my house and modify my bathroom. And they're still over there working on it today. So I got released out of rehab 2 days ago. And now we're in a hotel where we can cook our own food at. Because I tell you, hospital food is awful. It is awful. It's not the place to go get no healthy food at, that's for sure. But since they're over there still working, we're kind of camped out here for the next day, a couple days in the hotel until they get finished over there. But this journey for this process is long, and I will need financial help. So I'm going to be launching a GoFundMe page here in a day or so that friends, family, loved ones, Kansas City community, global community, if you can see fit to helping me financially, please do help me and donate to our GoFundMe page. That's going to help me with my recovery and my restoration and the rehab. I believe that the rehabilitation of this old shell body of mine, I can be a testimony to make sure and ensure that people know just because you go through this trauma of becoming paralyzed, that life is not going to be over. It's not going to be over. So if you can see fit to helping me out financially through this GoFundMe page so we can have some restorative. I'll need another vehicle to be able to transport me around. These medical bills are huge. I heard them say in the rehab center that it was thousands of dollars a day to be inside the rehab center. I dread to say the amount that they said, but my insurance is only going to pick up so much. And that 60 plus days of me being in rehab is going to be one butt kicker. And it's shutting down my work activity of the way I'd love to be on construction sites. Right now, it ain't happening. But I foresee it happening. Please give me some help. Continue to send the prayers. And thank you very much. And before I say this, thank you very much, if there's something that you want to ask me or talk to me about this ugly club of being a new paraplegic, reach out to me, because life ain't over. This journey is just beginning. Now, thank you.